Welcome back, Dragon Lords and Ladies. My name is King Drakkar, and welcome to Alan Wake 2, the final draft. Now, this is unlocked after you beat the game for the first time, and I think this is just going back to the game, but I'm not sure if things will be different. Like you don't have to do all the collectibles this time around, or if it's just you got to do everything. I am actually going to be trying to get all of the little things around the world, so all of the doll rhymes, like all the nursery rhymes, all of the Cult of the Tree stashes, all the collectibles as both Saga and Alan Wake. And where we left off last time, we found out that Cult of the Tree were not actually the bad guys; they were actually protecting Bright Falls. Scratch was actually possessing Alan the whole time. I mean, the best part of all, Alice Wake is not actually dead. Thank God. Although, what happened to the Heavy Metal Grandpas? They just walk into the lake and then they're just gone. So hopefully the final draft has some answers for those questions. Let's get started. And like I did say, I will be doing this on story mode because, I mean, mainly that final that final rush at the end when you're trying to basically think you're bringing back Alan before you find out that he's still there, just possessed. That was eating away at my sanity and my temper. So I'm just gonna go on story mode.
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope. We're not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop. This is a spiral. A fictional poet once said, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night."
So am I gonna have to see the whole? Am I gonna have to play as Agent Nightingale again?
It's not just victims and monsters. I see now there are heroes as well. We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
Oh, I forgot to mention last one also. Scratch possessed Alex Casey. No. No, I'm gonna skip this. Please, I don't want to be the naked. I'm the naked man. I mean, the difference is I did turn on the nudity thing. I don't know if it is.
Can you hear me?
Come on in. We should go.
Already gone.
At least he doesn't sound like a tape. He looks different. Like, not as bloated, I guess? Scratch. Ugh. Forgot the jump scares. Yeah, they weren't able to finish the ritual, and that's how Nightingale becomes a Taken.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Oh.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
At least I'd keep all of these.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Oh shit. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
I want
Sorry,
to
I
see
need
the
to
body.
beef stroganoff while I do this.
How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime
When
scene,
I was
there's
drinking
time
this
to review the
strawberry
facts of the
Powerade.
case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. I need to think through the facts of the case. The mine place.
Yeah,
My
I already
version-
know, Saga.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
It'd be funny if he pretended to hurt himself and then just be like, just kidding.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
Coincidence? I think not.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind.
Also,
Nothing to
sorry
work with.
for, I know I
This makes
posted
4 murders
that
we
I
know
would
about.
be doing this today, yesterday, but I never did. Sorry, I never did get around to it. I just lost track of time doing other things, mainly
Who
hanging
is
out
our
with my
victim?
girlfriend.
Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Oops. Oh.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
Ah.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
I thought I saw it. No, I thought I saw a button prompt.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
A creepy twig sculpture? Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Can't remember if I was here when I first played the game or not. Definitely a lot of triangles here.
But you're probably trained to joke about it, right? To deflect, hide the truth from the average Joe.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
That's weird. It's not. It's like for later. Oh, talk to. Let's talk to Thornton.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Watching the world wake up from history?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
I do feel sad for Mulligan and Thornton.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense. I didn't know trees got that.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Black screen.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
Good.
Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
Tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe.
Damn.
And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I like how it doesn't even look like she uses the key. She just kind of like flings the door open.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Oh, Saga, how soon you find yourself regretting those words.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hello.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much did you have? Not enough.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
It's a nice looking float for Sheriff. This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect.
Oh dear.
It is
Huge.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie.
Excuse me.
Take your mind.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Oops.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down. Think. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor.
Good to see you.
Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know. So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The Cult of the Tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this Cult of the Tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Okay, so this might, I'm probably going to end
this
it
is the Bright Falls Sheriff's Station.
after I deal with
Anything you need,
Nightingale.
Let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
So, because it is getting pretty late. Well, not late, it's like currently almost 9:30 in the morning.
Agent?
And I am getting pretty tired.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal
I am a
agents.
tourist, and it appears
Sheriff
that I'm
Braker wants
lost
us to
in the
cooperate
woods.
fully.
If only had a tour guide,
I'm
also
being serious,
bear
Watson.
season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard...
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. What was the cause of death? What other... There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water, post-mortem. It doesn't add up. Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go! Vanished. He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it.
Hold on, do I still have my
It helped me fight him.
weapon upgrades?
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
I'm trying to reload my damn pistol. Oh yes, batteries.
Can't be opened on this side. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
Alright, I think I am going to end it off here. Because, like I said, I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, I should probably find a safe spot first. Which, that's, if I remember correctly, that's at the lodge.
It's not opening.
Oh, I probably gotta talk to Casey and others or something else.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light.
Yeah, he's a taken. There we go.
Nope.
Ah, jeez.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Yeah, that's when Thornton and Mulligan turn into Takens themselves.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
They're a fine pair.
So he's gonna stock up before heading out.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Some people really do take their coffee that seriously.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
I can't force it open. Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case? Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
So it looks like this is originally like the Cauldron Lake Lodge, I think.
So what's good here? Any nice restaurants? I'm a bit of a foodie.
Well, the restaurants and shops in town are closed at the moment, unfortunately. They'll have a grand reopening right after Deerfest, though. So if you're sticking around till then.
Oh, I don't think I am. Whatever a Deerfest even is.
Oh. Well, there's always our own restaurant at your convenience.
Rest easy, buddy.
I just noticed there's a tiny pumpkin.
I can't get through this.
Huh. Do I have to like go to the lake? Because I know there's a safe room at the lake.
How's it going?
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers. I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather.
Never even knew you could do this.
She never responded.
It doesn't budge.
So you're a fan of swans? No. Right, well, that's our time.
Just, no.
It's not opening.
Alright, so I guess I'll just have to keep going until I get to the save room at Cauldron Lake.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Oh.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalanpiirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
Raccoons, my ass.
Let's get to the murder site.
So, a fun fact about that, there's another game that this company made called Control, and you actually play, I believe you play as a member of the Federal Bureau of Control, and there are multiple callbacks to Alan Wake. One of them is a manuscript page, the other one is like some random dude talking about Alan Wake.
Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
There's also like, you could do like one of the things from, I think Alan Wake, I think it was American Nightmare. If I'm remembering correctly, I might be wrong. I'm not afraid to be wrong in cases like this. I haven't played a lot of American Nightmare lately. I really would love to play that game again. Or at least get back to it. I think I actually left off, like, poker chips. I actually left off right before the second loop, like before you ended the second loop. I think I might just stream it on Twitch, now that I think about it, since that's the only thing I can stream on my Xbox. But anyway, yeah, you do like the scene editing, and then you just hear a voice line from the first Alan Wake, and it's where Alan's like, I know like something about, you know, being able to see through the line between, see the line between fact and fiction. No, fantasy and reality. It was fantasy and reality. And it's like kind of already setting up for a sequel to Alan Wake, setting up for Alan Wake 2 before, you know, Alan Wake 2.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Alright. Time to track Nightingale. Again. You know, to be completely honest, I was really hoping he just died in the first Alan Wake. You know, when he just vanishes. Well, he gets taken by the darkness. Secret page.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here? I can feel something.
Jesus.
Presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Dear God, that actually made me jump. I played this game before. That made me jump. I hate it. Thank you.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
There's one more, and I gotta investigate Witch's Ladle.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Oh yeah, safe haven.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. This fuse is busted.
Sorry, Casey.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
I do still
He
have
hates
all
those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
They do give you back all the weapons. Hell yeah, Batman. Okay, I don't need the crossbow. Oh yes, the extra charge. Um... Just gonna go ahead and heal myself up to full. Alright, so I am going to leave it off here. Hold up. Yeah, I'm going to leave it off here as I am starting to get pretty tired. And I kind of want to get some sleep. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it wasn't exactly that long, but I'll definitely be picking this up again soon. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Until then, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, in the comments, go ahead and let me know what your favorite, I know there's only 3 of them, but let me know what your favorite Alan Wake game is. You know, Alan Wake, American Nightmare, or Alan Wake 2. And, like I said, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, farewell.